I just discovered today that this book was called From Blood and Ash and not Blood and Ash.
I feel like there is a part of my brain that knew that.
But
I just
put it away in a suitcase
Yeah.
and went on a trip.
Yeah. But I just say blood. It says Blood and Ash at the top of my page.
That's right.
That's how I know it, and that's what I will be calling it.
That's right.
Yeah. So, Blood and Ash. Jennifer Armentrout.
From Blood and Ash? Just B&A for us. Jennifer Armentrout.
We got our Blood and Ash shirts on.
Oh, Casteel.
Blood Forest. Macedonia.
Red trees.
Not blood trees, just red. Red, pretty trees.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
I'm Christine.
I'm Jamie.
This is our podcast.
Books and Booze.
Where we talk about books.
And booze.
Yeah. Don't
know if you caught on to that.
I don't know if the name got ya. Today we are talking Blood and Ash, or if you are smarter than us, From Blood and Ash. Mm-hmm. And it is another nostalgic read for us. The nostalgic read series is where we read books that we, for us in our reading journey, were pivotal. Yeah. And so Blood and Ash for me was back. I looked it up. I read it in 2023. Which you were probably the same.
Yeah, because I read it not too long after you, because you were giving me all the books.
Telling you what to read.
Yes.
So it's been a bit since we've read this book.
Yeah.
Give us the drink.
So, super exciting day over here. Tried a smoked cocktail because for Christmas I received 2 smoker sets. Did I give you the other one? Mm-hmm. No. Okay. I'll. So we've been like, we're going to try it. Mm-hmm. So we finally did, because in this series there's like the mist, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, don't go in there. The craven will get you.
Yeah. So it went really well to have a smoked drink. So we did an old fashioned, but smoked. Mm-hmm. So rye whiskey, simple syrup. There's a lot of, we were talking about different versions of an old fashioned. This specific one was rye whiskey, simple syrup, and I'm going to butcher this, Angostura.
Isn't it Augusta?
Oh, that makes...
Or is that just what I say in my head?
I need to actually look this up
because that also sounds like Augustus Gloop, which also is a name in my head. So I wouldn't trust anything I say.
But it sounds prettier.
Augusta?
Oh, no, but it could be if the ends...
Angostura.
Okay, rye whiskey.
Nobody was right.
No. Rye whiskey, simple syrup, Angostura bitters, orange bitters, a little orange peel, and a cocktail cherry. And I used cherry wood chips for the smoking. Mm-hmm. And it was super fun. We did not burn the house down. I mean, it was like like electronic. That's the word.
It wasn't a real open flame.
Digital.
Which will get you.
Yeah. But it was cool. I liked it. And I've had smoked cocktails before, but it was fun to actually
You did one like a month ago when we went for dinner. Yes. You did do it.
I really liked it. That was a really
But
good
I
one.
was really stuffed up at the time, and I was like, I don't smell anything. I don't know what you guys are talking about, and I was really confused. I think I have some sinus issues. So I did smell it this time.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it was really cool.
Right? It was. I liked it. I also, this version of it, I feel like it wasn't as strong, but still
like
really
the type
good.
of whiskey that you got?
I think it was type of whiskey, but I also, just looking at the different recipes, like some people don't use simple syrup, although they'll use there's different versions of it to like lessen the harshness of it, depending what you like.
Well, like an old fashioned is a cocktail. It isn't just like a straight up whiskey, right? So yeah, obviously there's going to be different.
Yeah, there's different. And this one I liked that I found, but I saw so many different versions of it. And it might have also been the whiskey because I did try.
But also sometimes people are liars. Because when I see people doing like martini recipes and it's like, a martini, and it's like, that's literally not a martini. You're just making a different cocktail that's not a martini.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because martini is like vodka or gin, and then vermouth and like olives or some sort of other like variation, and then some people are like adding different juices, and you're that's a different cocktail.
Like some people don't do the simple syrup, or some people just do one of the bitters between the two. So they're like really like slight.
But doesn't that just make it like a whiskey?
It, I think, sweetens it. Depending how much you use and what you use, it can change like the sweetness or the lightness of it.
I gotta read my cocktail book.
Yeah, same. And then like I watched this video and they're like, you need to let the ice sit.
So our brother got me a cocktail book that's like really teaches you things, and I need to actually read it. There's so many, I don't know.
Yeah, and I bought myself one and we kind of looked through
And also,
it.
I actually want to be a snob and go to parties and be like, actually.
Right?
Actually. A maiden, chosen from birth to usher in a new era. Poppy's life has never been her own. The life of the maiden is solitary, never to be touched, never to be looked upon, never to be spoken to, never to experience pleasure. Waiting for the day of her ascension, she would rather be with the guards, fighting back the evil that took her family, than preparing to be found worthy by the gods. But the choice has never been hers.
A duty. The entire kingdom's future rests on Poppy's shoulders, something she's not even quite sure she wants for herself. Because a maiden has a heart and a soul and longing, and when Hawk, a golden-eyed guard, honor-bound to ensure her ascension, enters her life, destiny and duty become tangled with desire and need. He incites her anger, makes her question everything she believes in, and tempts her with the forbidden.
A kingdom forsaken by the gods and feared by mortals. A fallen kingdom is rising once more, determined to take back what they believe is theirs through violence and vengeance. And as the shadow of those cursed draws closer, the line between what is forbidden and what is right becomes blurred. Poppy is not only on the verge of losing her heart and being found unworthy by the gods, but also her life. When every blood-soaked thread that holds her world together begins to unravel.
So dramatic. I love it.
Another book published in 2020.
Oh. You know, it was a busy year. It was a busy year
It was a busy year for books. Yeah. And I'm so sorry that something else happened that year.
Did something else? I don't know. I started this book being like really judgy on it almost.
Like your second read, or do you mean back?
The second read.
Okay.
Going into it.
Yeah.
I felt myself being kind of judgy with it, but it disappeared pretty quickly.
What was your judgment?
I think obviously just since reading it.
I'm better than this.
Yeah, I'm so much better. No, I think just or being more critical of it. I feel like when I first read it, I was just so innocent in my romantasy book reading. You know what I mean?
You've read so much since then.
Yeah, like I've really matured.
There's a lot to compare to.
Yes. And so I was being a little bit judgmental. But no, that went out the door. Like,
Yeah,
I don't care.
quickly you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't care.
I feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so scared that I'm not going to like this.
I was also so scared I wasn't going to like it.
And also, I want to not like it because I want to think that I'm like more experienced now in my reading, that I just have such better
reader.
But then I read it and I was like, no, I love it.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't care. Like, are there issues?
I don't care.
Don't care.
I don't care.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love them.
I thought I had was my toxic trait is that I like blood and ash.
Right?
And I know that I shouldn't.
I just read it so quickly, and then when I was done and how it ended, I was like, do I start the next one? I'm like, no, Jamie, you have other stuff you
I
need to
started
read.
the next one.
Did you? Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm going to.
I stopped because I needed to read the book that I had already had open, but like I have it. I have like I read the first 15% or something.
I mean, I'm still trying to read like the 8th book in this series, which I've paused on.
Okay, that's another subject. Okay. So firstly, yes, love it, still obsessed.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the many books in this series because there is 7 books plus the prequel has 4 plus there's a compendium of like just like information.
Yes, that was the only one I don't feel like I never.
Jennifer.
I mean, it's kind of needed if you want to actually understand. But
I don't wanna.
No, this one I was literally like, I do not care what is happening besides these 2.
I mean, give me like a general stuff, but I'm not like that's not the hook and sinker.
No, I feel like the first time I was really trying to like understand that, and I'm like, I do not care.
No.
I'm like, I care about any interaction Poppy and Hawk have. It's pretty much
the first 3 books.
They're great. I think
fantastic.
Yeah.
I think I don't know where it takes a turn for me. I'll have to continue my reread to figure out when the turn comes for me where I'm like, Jennifer.
Right? Because just reading this, I'm like, I love these 2, especially Poppy. I really, really love Poppy.
It gets too wordy. I remember at some point where Poppy's dialogue gets so much. It's almost like too realistic where like, you know how your own brain annoys you?
Oh, all
and
the
you're
time.
like, you're having this internal dialogue and you're just like, going and going and going. And at some point you're like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Poppy is like that where I'm reading and I'm like, Jennifer, I don't need to know every thought that Poppy is having. And the dilemma of the back and forth, if you repeat the back and forth of her dilemma anymore, I'm going to light this book on fire.
Yeah. And even Cass, like later on in the books, I loved seeing him here.
Yeah.
And I know in like the next few ones, but then the most recent one, which I had to pause reading because I was so frustrated.
That's the last one that came out?
Yes. And I was like, just how the characters, like the differences in them. And I'm like, I don't have that like love for him as much anymore. And
feels different.
It feels so different. And I hate that because I'm like, this one, I'm like, I love them
you
so
like
much.
The
I
first
have
3 books you get
shirts.
who these people are.
Yes.
You get, even though Poppy is annoying but also I think she's annoying because Jennifer forces us into her brain. I think she would be less annoying.
Did she annoy you in this one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what comes later.
Yeah.
Where like there's long passages and like but so I haven't even opened the last book. I have it on my shelf, but I haven't opened it because I'm just like, I don't even know if I want to.
I mean, also when I'm reading it, I'm reminding myself, I'm like, you love these characters, you love this world, and it's just getting to enjoy it and it be new, which is nice. But it's frustrating also at the same time. But this, like rereading this, I'm like, ugh. Now I'm like excited almost to go to the last one.
Okay, that's good.
Because I'm like, okay, like it.
And our plan is also to read the prequel.
Yes. Which is...
So I've told this story on the podcast before. So if you're annoyed with me, I don't care. So I think this was after I read Sarah J. Maas. And even though I was a reader before, I think reading SJM, it really like kickstart like me reading more often.
Yeah.
And especially into romantasy. And Blood and Ash was the next one I read after that. And so I remember going to the bookstore and just like having a list of romantasies I wanted to try. And Blood and Ash was like one of the only series that was in the store at the time for some reason, because the store I went to is...
We don't have
so angry at them.
Yeah, they don't have the best.
They didn't have Blood and Ash, the first one. They had the prequel.
Oh,
So I
right,
actually started with Shadow in the Ember, which is the prequel. Now, Jennifer Armentrout has a reading order that you should do with the prequel and Blood and Ash. So I was naive and didn't look at any of that. And I was just like, well, I can just start with the prequel. It's fine. And I think it actually was fine.
Yeah.
But it made me fall in love with her reading Shadow and Ember. So I think Shadow and Ember has like a special place in my heart.
Same. The first, but I love Shadow and Ember also.
So we're going to talk about that one too.
I'm so excited. Okay.
So Jennifer Armentrout has a lot of books.
Yeah.
Have you read any of her books?
I have 2 on my bookshelf that I do want to read, but I have not. There was one I read, and I've been waiting for the second one for, I feel like, 10 years. It's probably been 2. And I feel like it's a similar formula. It didn't hook me as much as this, but I still enjoyed it. It was similar vibes.
And she's just not coming out with the next one.
I don't know.
I think like she's busy. She's been trying to finish that last one.
This, so I think that's what's happening. Oh my god, I wish I could remember. Okay, it's gonna bug me. I need to say it. Find out what it is. It was A Fall of Ruin and Wrath that I read. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed it. Nothing like groundbreaking or anything, but I love how she writes smut. Big fan.
Okay, that's interesting.
So I'm like, if I want, like, I know that if that's something that I'm like looking for, that I'm in the mood for, and also having like the fantasy,
got it.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna like it, and I also know she puts enough in, but not like too much. And I also really like how she talks about women's bodies and right? Yeah. And a lot of her like hungry. Her like FMCs, they're not just like a movie star look. There's always like something different about them. There's something else going on where it's more
I don't know if
relatable.
does she describe Poppy as bigger bodied? Because I know there's a lot of fan art that has Poppy as a bigger bodied woman.
And I always thought she did, but I didn't see it in this one.
I didn't either.
So I don't know if it's in the second one. And if you go on things, people are very argumentative about it. Yeah. Like Poppy's like a bigger bodied. I know in the prequel, she 100% is. Like she's described as that. But I didn't really see it like clearly put. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But I think even like I have like a quote in here about it, but her scars, like Poppy's scars, that's like something she has to kind of grapple like an insecurity with. Mm-hmm. So I like how it's just not, I am this beautiful, perfect woman type of thing, right? Because none of us feel that way.
Mm-hmm. So the plot in this book, I do like the unhingedness of it, because we get a lot of information vomit, or whatever you want to call it, like the initial parts of this book, like what's happening. But I do like the craziness of the Ascended, and it reminded me very much of religious eccentricism. Is that a word?
It is now.
Just this idea of the Ascended and people ascending on their birthday, and the second daughters and sons,
and like people just giving their children away,
and just the devotion you have to give your children away, and oh my gosh, this is would be triggering if I were a very like one of those people who were in like a religious cult, or like, you know,
it would be very reminiscent. Well, even when and I have a quote down about it, when they're after like the Craven attack, and they're speaking to the crowd, and they're like, well, they attacked because of this, but don't worry, we spoke to the gods and told them this and this. I think Hawk is like, this is the
way to calm down after an attack. Which is Cult 101. And you know that you and I love a cult.
Yeah.
Not to join it, But we love cult documentaries.
But even watching cult, I'm like, I totally understand
how this could happen.
Yeah. If this was 10 years ago or under, I would be in any cult.
You'd be devoted.
Yes. I would be like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big cult fan. I don't know. And it's like, it's a community. I love, like, it's great.
Love. We're just loving each other.
It's just when it like gets weird and, you know.
Don't ask questions.
No.
Mm-mm.
There's so many weird ones too.
Mm-mm. Poppy. She is an 18-year-old.
She's not though.
She's not?
This is another where I'm just like, no, she's not. To me, she's not. Oh. She's not an 18-year-old.
She's older than that?
Yeah, to me she is.
She's immature in some ways, though. I don't think this was totally unbelievable.
No, but this is, which we have talked about in past episodes, the first time where I didn't hate, like, the maiden virginity trope.
Absolutely. This is the very first and only time I will accept the maiden virginity trope.
I was like, she doesn't, like, infantilize her with it. And there is another quote that comes later on where I think Poppy kind of says something, but she's still this like smart, strong female. And that is not what defines her. That doesn't matter.
And I don't find that Casteel sexualizes her virginity, even though I understand virginity is like, he doesn't make it a thing.
No. He like understands, okay, like this first time it's gonna be a certain way, but it's not a weird with other ones.
No, it's not like this turns me on that you are a virgin. I think that's the part of the virgin trope that really bothers me.
Yeah. Or they just make it seem like they're like younger than they are, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. What's a penis? And where I hate it. And she's just not. No, she does a very good job of that where it does not bug me at all.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like, yeah, it's also very great to be a virgin. There's people who are virgins for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And they are capable human beings, like in other books where they're virgins, and for some reason they're just not capable of doing things because of that.
But they know what private parts are.
But sometimes they're like, do they? That's when they like make it weird. I'm like, why are you making this so weird? Real issue with it. Jesus.
So Poppy wears a veil, and it only shows her. What is it?
Covered my face and hair at all times except for my lips and jaw. Mm-hmm. I like this. Not like I like it for her.
You like the veiled part?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is, right? Like it's just it's different.
Well, it makes like what we're gonna get to the red pearl. That makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Before that, she references the idea of Prince Casteel.
Mm-hmm. Does she?
She's just explaining how some people follow.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
I do like right away just how it opens up and she's rebelling.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
I like it. Like you.
She's the maiden, but she's in this place that she shouldn't be. And there's sex and there's gambling. There's drinking. She knows how to play cards. Should not be there at all. She's just, I love it so much.
Yeah.
But just her description of Prince Casteel, he was nothing more than a remnant of Atlantia, the corrupt and twisted kingdom that had fallen at the end of War of Two Kings, a monster who had wreaked havoc and caused bloodshed, the embodiment of pure evil. He was the Dark One. And I thought, perfect, fall in love with him.
That better be who you're falling in love with.
From blood and ash, we will rise.
Oh, okay.
This red and pearl scene, obsessed.
Right? Okay. I was like, this scene has stayed in my mind.
Yeah.
Forever.
I love it so much. Yep.
And they don't even like do anything.
Yeah,
but it's just like reading it. I was like, what's happening to my brain? What's happening to my body? I was like, this is a whole, and I think especially like at this point, reading it with books, I was like, what is it? There's fantasy things, and then there's this, whatever this is. Like
but give it credit because we have read so much since then. So like coming back and being like, no, it still hits.
Yeah, it does. And I'm just like that. I was like, I just want to live with him in this room forever. Mm-hmm. and I would be happy.
Yeah, but
And just
that's
do the scene
like
over and over.
that's the sexual turn on of so many people
Yes.
is the
The tension.
what do you call it? You know when you're like in a long-term relationship and it's like the mundane or like the repetitiveness versus like what gets people turned on is the like uniqueness or the
Anticipation.
there's a word for it.
No, I know what you mean. Mystery.
Something like that,
Yeah.
though, where there's like, you know, like keeps you on your toes or like.
Yeah.
So this is a scene that I think epitomizes that, where like
Yeah.
Poppy's newness, Casteel's surprise, and just the mystery
also,
of
like,
it.
And he's like forward, but not like. And there, it's like a little bit aggressive, but not like an uncomfortable aggressive.
He's charming.
Yeah, because he's like on top of her, and she's like, "Get off!" But you know she's.
But also, he's like the new guy in school that's like super hot. So she's
Yeah.
like, okay.
I'll lie on this bed with you for a little bit. Just let's see what happens.
This is exactly what I wanted to see here.
So weird,
Right? It's like
if I was gonna
you
pick
had
at
this
school,
crush, and then you're like, oh, I went into this random room and like my crush was here.
Yeah.
Okay.
and just started making out with me. But yeah, this is one of my favorite book scene moments, and yeah, you're right, it still
Yeah.
hits.
Yep.
Oh, can I say the purity quote? Because I do like it, and it's on here. Yes? Yeah. Okay. She's like, purity, I hated that word, the meaning behind it, as if my virginity determined my goodness, my innocence, and its presence or lack thereof was somehow more important than the 100 choices I made every day.
That is a great quote.
Right? It was like, that's...
Now I wish I researched more about Jennifer Armentrout, and I don't know if she shared this, but like it sounds like I would wonder if she is from a like hyper religious background, like purity culture and
Yes. But even like that, and I know like friends and people that were virgins like into their adult life, and there's so much pressure put on that.
but also the opposite.
Yes.
That if you lose it early, then you are discarded.
Yeah. Like, there's just like so much like everything just around that one thing, and that it makes so much of who you are, and it really doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you are you no matter what.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh, I really love this description of it, and I wish more books like almost referenced that to make it like it's not as much a person's personality.
Yeah.
Like, don't make it so much about that.
You should wear a badge. We should wear badges.
With just this quote.
Lord Brandole. I was writing my notes today and I was like,
Who's that?
how do you say this? What?
Who are you talking about? Who's
Oh,
Brandle?
I was like, Brandole. I was like, I thought it was something else. Okay, this is what it is. So it's Lord Brandole Mazine.
Oh.
So it's
him.
Lord Mazine.
you already
but it's his
hit
first
him?
name. Jamie, this is a big fucking book.
Dissenters.
Mhm.
I always read in my mind as canter. Just need to say that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, do you?
I don't even ask me how to spell that word.
Okay. And then at one point they say decanter, and I'm like, well, you can't put that word in this book because that's dissenter
Do you
or whatever.
know that I'm reading this book?
Jesus.
Hello. Lord Mazine, I just wanted to mention because there was a scene where he kind of corners her.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
I
then
just wanted
Ryland's
to
like,
get
are
that.
you okay to go in there with him? This creepy guy who I imagine is like,
Yeah.
you know?
Like a little rat.
Like a little rat.
Yeah.
And I imagine him as like a little cartoon character.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Ryland's like, okay, good. And then she just like
No.
goes in there and he harasses her and then comes out. And And she said, I didn't want to think about this. I never did. Nausea turned, and there was this weird embarrassment that made my skin feel sticky and dirty. I didn't understand why I felt that way. I knew I'd done nothing to gain the Lord's attention, and even if I had, he was still in the wrong. But when I thought about how he felt entitled to touch me, I wanted to scratch at my own skin.
Yeah.
Rylan had asked, did he do anything, Poppy? And it's just like, I have in all caps, can someone fucking help her? Can someone help her?
They're an ascended, so they can do what they want.
Christine. Ignorance of men, but it also reminds me of just real life. And just like how there's some men who are like, oh no, I'm a nice guy. I don't assault women. But they also will stand by when one of their friends is creepy.
Wrong. Yeah.
Or one of their friends has done something wrong. Or like something has happened and they
like,
don't
I
intervene.
Didn't do it.
Oh, are you okay? And the woman's like, yeah, I'm okay. And they're like, okay.
Clearly you're not okay.
And it's like, that was a little bit like triggering scene for me where I'm like, fuck you, Rylan. And then later, like, fuck you, Victor.
Yeah, fuck everybody.
Ugh.
All their, yes, exactly what you're saying. And I think in our lives, like to us or to see other people, like you see this stuff constantly happening. And it's just.
As a woman,
yes. And then you're just like, okay, yeah. Like the skin crawl, like that type of. And even like.
But you're trained and programmed to be nice and not upset anybody.
Yeah. And very much her.
Or else you're a fucking bitch. Or you're difficult. Or you're disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
So Rylan dies.
Okay, can I say one thing from the Rylan dying?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Number one. I, in my head, was thinking all these guards were like young.
Yeah.
They're not. They're like older because they talk about how like young Hawk is.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Rylan was like older. But I'm like, the only one I picture old is like Victor.
I didn't picture Rylan as old.
No, I pictured him. Yeah, I think it's his name.
Yeah.
That throws you because they talk about when Hawk becomes her guard. They're like, I know he's young, like much younger, because you have to like work up to that position, right? And I was like, oh, right.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's just a random thing. But
that matters. That makes me feel less sad.
Right? He had a life. I was picturing like he was 20 years old. Like this, like, okay, I'm happy it wasn't just me. Mm-hmm. So Rylan's dead. Then this guy comes over and is trying to steal her. And he's like, this is good. You're behaving. That's smart of you. Keep being smart. And this will be painless for you. He reached for me, unsheathing the dagger. I shot forward, dipping under his arm. What the? I sprung up behind him, fisting the back of the man's cloak. I thrust the dagger into his back, aiming where Victor had taught me. The heart. I love her so much. I was like, yes.
My only thought was Poppy fights some guy in her dress and veil.
Right?
Just imagining that.
And he totally just not expecting it at all. I'm like, I love this. I think with this book, I was like, oh, I love an FMC like this. Yeah. This is what I want from them. Mm-hmm. Is to be surprising, but also be strong and
smart. Yeah.
Makes me really just want to learn sword fighting. I don't know. It won't come in handy, but.
Yeah, learn to stab someone. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Why isn't that taught anymore?
They used to teach it in schools.
What are you guys doing in those schools? No swords? It's crazy.
Okay, so this obviously we learned was an opening for Hawk to become her guard. Mm-hmm. And we get this pivotal scene where...
Which one?
The meeting with the Duke and basically announcing like, okay, Hawk is going to be your guard. I just remember that as a pivotal scene.
Okay.
Of her taking off her veil. Yes. And the Duke says half of her face is a masterpiece, the other half a nightmare. Just like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, like what does your face look like, Duke?
And Hawk.
Oh.
He says both halves are beautiful as the whole.
Yeah, well, don't laugh when you say it.
I just thought
It was a really beautiful
she's
part.
hideous.
Right? Like,
Like, it was just like another, I know we talked about this, but it's just another one of those situations where like a woman is beautiful and it's just like she's so broken down that it's like she's a nightmare, and it's like you visually look at her and you're like, no, she's like,
yeah, she's
pretty
like,
stunning.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I love a face scar also. I love all scars in
it's
general.
very badass.
Yeah, big fan of scars.
But then we get the end of the scene, which is like, so.
Oh my god, yes.
Made me so turned on. He says, with my. No. Hawk placed a hand on the hilt of his broadsword and bowed slightly. His gaze never once leaving mine. With my sword and with my life, I vowed to keep you safe, Penelope. Voice deep and smooth, reminding me of rich, decadent chocolate. From this moment until the last moment, I am yours.
And he's supposed to say maiden, and he says her name.
Yeah.
And then my follow-up to this is then when they're back in, and Tawny says he could have just ignored it and proceeded onto the royal guard oath, which, by the way, he made sound like sex. Mm-hmm. Yes, Tawny. Yes, he did.
Shout out to Tawny.
I love Tawny.
Tawny.
Right? Need more Tawny. When we get her eventually.
Next part I have is the outing. So Tawny, Lauren, and the other girl bejeweling.
Oh, bejeweling.
They're bejeweling.
Oh, I don't even.
When they go and, so Poppy is not supposed to be around anyone else. Tawny is given permission, so the fact that she's staying and that Lauren and the other girl is still there, like that's her being rebellious. Yeah. But one of the things I liked about this scene that was hilarious was Lauren and the other girl trying to get Hawk's attention. She dropped her pouch of crystals, which Hawk had gallantly assisted her in retrieving, while she pretended to be engrossed with a blue-winged bird hopping along the branches of a tree close to the windows. That had provoked Defina to feign a faint. Due to what? I had no idea. Somehow the neckline of her blue gown had slipped so far, I wondered how she managed not to fall out of it. One of the reasons I love this scene as well is because later we get the book, and I forget what it's called. It's the one where we get Hawk's or Casteel's POV.
Oh, yes.
And so we get the whole Blood and Ash book
yeah.
of his POV, and I remember this being like a really funny scene to see his perspective on.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to say this because this adds to how he is saying things or how they're describing things. Poppy, he repeated in a way that made it sound as if my name was wrapped in chocolate and would roll off his tongue. I like it. And I thought, ew, I hate it. But why do I like it? Which I think is my whole vibe with Hawk, Casteel in this book, is like, I shouldn't like him.
Yeah, he's much more of that. Like later, like you see more of him and who he is, but this one he's very much
no? I just mean like personally, like I feel like if you are a listener to this podcast or like someone who talks to me about books, like you might guess that I would hate this man. That I would be like, he's disgusting, get him off my book screen.
Yeah, there is one part that I have where he says something and I'm like, the confidence that he has to say this right now, and I was like, and I'm not even mad that he's saying it.
He's transcending all my boundaries.
Yeah.
And I feel like a hypocrite liking him.
Yeah, okay, that does make sense.
And if anyone is listening and is like, you're a hypocrite for liking this man, that's the truth.
You know what?
That is true.
Good for you.
I don't know why I like this man. I'm letting him get away with anything and everything here in this book series, and I stand by him. I stand by my man. I stand by my man Casteel. No. And
who's actually Hawk right now. It's fine.
I should be embarrassed, and I'm not embarrassed. Oh. Anyway, go ahead. Oh, and bejeweling. Shout out to bejeweling.
Oh, yes. Shout
I
out
did
to
bejewel
Elisa.
my From Blood and Ash book.
We still need to put that up.
You do.
I know, but then I got embarrassed and I didn't put it up. But
Embarrassed? You should be embarrassed of mine.
No, I really like yours. Okay, so the craven attack. Mm-hmm. Poppy like sneaks out to help. And then Casteel's like, whatever, catches her and they're kind of fighting. I don't even know. I don't even care what's happening. I just like when he calls her this for the first time. And then he laughed as the trickle of blood seeped down his neck. It wasn't a harsh laugh or a patronizing one. He sounded amused. You're an absolutely stunning, murderous little creature. Pausing, he glanced down. Nice weapon. Bloodstone and woven bone. Very interesting. Princess. I do like that he plays along at this point because he does know that they are both the same person. Mm-hmm. And earlier on, she was like, oh, he's not going to know it's me because, like, my nose and my lips. I was like, babe, he knows. And then even after he saw her face, she was like, oh, he still doesn't know. No, he knows. Mm-hmm. But that was fun. And then, right after that, he's like, you have nothing to say to that? Penelope? She's like, damn it. I was like, okay, yeah. But he does call her murderous little creature a lot, and that's like his thing, and I love it. I love that they love like murder together. In like a fun fictional way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pretend. Mm-hmm.
And one more thing. So they end up sitting and having a conversation. Mm-hmm. And then he says, it's weird, isn't it? What is? His gaze met mine again, and I felt a hitch in my chest. I couldn't look away. I felt in snares. How it feels like I've known you longer. You feel that too. I wanted to deny it, but he was right, and it was weird. Oh.
Yep.
Guys.
Yeah, I love that part.
Right? Okay.
I like when Hawk catches her with the Miss Willa Collins book.
That's one of my favorite. And then how it's just like an ongoing thing through the rest of the series, really. And
she likes her smut.
Yeah.
And this is like the old school smut where it's like some lady's journal that she's just written her sexual encounters in.
They're so good. It was like, good for you for being so honest and writing it like this. And Poppy sneaks out like on a death-defying ledge just to read it. It's great.
Mm-hmm. So that's fun. That's like makes this more sexually charged and also like their cat and mouse thing.
Yeah, it's a fun little flirting.
Yeah.
There, I just have this quote where they're walking. This is like after the priestess where they have that interaction and how we were kind of talking about earlier, how all this stuff is happening with her and like no one's really doing anything. He says, it seems to me that this honor that has been bestowed upon you comes with very few benefits. You're not allowed to show your face or travel anywhere outside the castle grounds. You didn't even seem all that surprised when the priestess moved to strike you. That leads me to believe it's something fairly common. You are not allowed to speak to most, and you are not to be spoken to. You're caged in your room most of the day. Your freedom restricted. All the rights others have are privileges for you, rewards that seem impossible for you to earn. I just like, oh, okay, someone actually that's like seeing what's happening. That's nice.
Yeah, I jotted that down too, just the idea of Hawk keeps picking away at her beliefs and things that she's been told and challenging her a bit and just like showing her a different perspective that she never
and it's like things that like are like in her brain, but like you're not going to say out loud.
But are never validated.
Yes.
Yeah, like one of the thoughts she has is the future of the entire kingdom rests on me being given to the gods upon my 19th birthday. And it ends in a question mark. Like that's just one of the thoughts she has to herself, right? So just him also asking those questions or telling her things pushes her more to that direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can talk about prom night.
The party. The kiss in the garden.
I just like it's the party she gets to go to. Gets all dressed up,
which makes no sense.
No,
like she's just like that. She's always veiled. She can't talk to anybody. But
right, that's what he says. He's like, so you can
like,
come here and not talk to anyone. That's cool.
Or just be unveiled, and it's like, But everyone's gonna know who you are, like put the puzzle pieces together.
and then
so
Tawny
it's like,
has
what
to
is this
stand
whole
there.
this whole veil thing? Like, it just like you're just like seeing the things that don't make sense.
Yeah, they're making up rules.
Making it up.
Yeah, but yes, I feel like Hawk does some exposure therapy with bringing her out to the garden, right?
He does.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like good for you, Hawk.
Yep. Oh, look at these trees.
You were also like 38.
He's 38. Yeah.
Yeah.
These trees.
These trees. You know what my favorite one is? The willow.
The one where you go under it and nobody can see what we're doing.
Those are also my favorite trees, though. I love them.
Those are so cool.
Right. There
Have you been under one?
I mean, alone, but yes. Or to photograph people.
That doesn't count, Jamie.
Yeah, no, not sexually. But like Southern Ontario had a lot of them. I loved them. There's one family in town, they have one in their backyard. I did like a couple photo shoots there.
Oh.
So there's random places in town that have them, but they're beautiful trees. They're like, and you really can. Jennifer Armentrout does have another scene in the one other series I read, and it's under a willow tree. It's their first like sexual interaction with penetration, and it's really great.
Well,
One of my favorites.
it needs to be under a willow tree.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, one day, I'll find that special willow tree.
One day my dreams will come.
Yep.
As Disney says.
Yep. That willow tree with the man underneath it.
We will hump and grind under the willow tree.
Romance. Okay, this is the part. Where is it? And he says, and you do want, his whisper danced over my cheek. What you want is me. And I'm just like, sir, your confidence?
Too confident. Like, be a little bit coy.
No, I love it. He can do it.
He knows already.
Yeah. And he does. I
But
mean,
be
he's
coy.
a little bit supernatural, so he has other tells, but
What's his other... Okay, that's the other thing with reading these books is I can't remember details. So there's things that even him finding her in the library, I'm like, I can't remember how he can find her.
he can smell her.
Oh.
He can smell her, like track her.
Oh. I don't know. Like, there's just, like, things that or, like, people you meet, like, I'm just, like, I can't remember the details of the series. Anyway. I love that scene. Hawk's body shook as he moaned. You're not helping. And she says, I'm a bad maiden.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I'm a bad maiden.
No, he kissed my other temple. You're a perfectly normal girl. What is expected of you is what's bad. He paused. And yes, you were also a very bad maiden.
Hawk, stop it. Like, that's the perfect answer.
It's a perfect answer.
Oh,
And then Victor catches them.
oh my god. Okay, do you have the Victor line?
I have a couple. I think I just liked his, like, dad lines.
Yeah.
Nothing happened, Victor. Well, nothing? Boy, I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. And then a couple lines later he says, yeah, another notch on your bedpost.
Yeah.
And this is a very old man fatherly line, but I would also like to acknowledge that Victor is in his 40s. So
we also have a chance with Victor because Hawk's 38. What are you trying to say here?
I'm just saying I have some dysphoria where I can't compute my age with, like, reading people at different ages because it doesn't make sense to me.
No, we're in a really weird age bracket right now, which I've talked with a lot of people about recently, and it's actually, like, super complicated in your mind to, like, understand it.
Like, I don't...
Because then you're like, oh, like, this person, yes, but you're like, but also, like, different...
What? You're not finishing your sentences.
I know, because I'm trying to think how
You know what? Have I told this? You remind me of, You know that skit?
Princess Diana.
No. It's very hopeful. Fred Armisen in SNL, when he used to do this on Weekend Update, and it was like the news or something, but he would just start sentences but never finish them.
I don't like that I do it.
I know, but it's so funny.
I feel really bad about it.
And he would start it so strong that even though you know it's a sketch, in your body you would get hopeful and you're like, and then he wouldn't finish it, and it just makes it funnier that you do this so much.
I know, I'm really sorry.
Where like you start to say something and
I don't
I'm
know
like
how to
following
fix it.
you, and then you just like quickly like you start a new sentence and I'm like, what?
I think it's because I'm alone a lot. That's my thinking.
You don't have to solve it.
But I hate that I do it.
We're just acknowledging this little quirk you have.
Because I'm alone all the time, so I don't have to explain everything out loud.
You don't have to finish a sentence ever.
No, because I can finish it in my head, or it makes sense to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have to speak to anyone.
You don't have to say all the words, you just say half the words, and then you go to the next thought.
Yeah. So not Princess Diana.
No.
It's too bad.
Close, though.
Yeah.
Close. Fred Armisen,
So
Princess Diana.
Close. Oh my god, I was picturing Chris Kattan.
What was that movie where he
Dressed up as a Girl Guide cookie person?
Yeah, and then he was on cocaine, and it was really funny.
Corky Romano.
Corky Romano.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah, Duke is killed, and he gets like in a very public way, right? Mm-hmm. Victor is killed, and then Poppy murders.
But I like when the Duke
Lord.
is killed and he has the cane through him, and then Poppy laughs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think this would also just be a really cool movie scene when this is happening, because like the Duke with the cane and everyone's dressed in red and like moving around like blood, mm-hmm. and all like, you know, thrashing and trying to get through. I'm like, oh.
And then everyone dies, yeah.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Because the dissenters come, and it's
the decanters.
Decanters.
All the decanters come.
You decant the red wine,
mm-hmm.
and
it
blood is flowing. Everyone's wearing red. It all
mm-hmm.
makes sense. The blood forest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all go in that room, and I love a like surprise reveal. You know. Mm-hmm. And so all of a sudden, Victor's like, Poppy, get ready. And then the Duchess, Penelope, what are you doing with a dagger? And under your skirt, no less, this whole time. Tawny starts laughing. And then I think, ooh, and then the stupid Lord guy's there. Mm-hmm. And he's like all surprised with it. And she's like, remember that. And this. I spat. And then so she sliced someone's neck open. Just love her.
Oh, he remembered.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, then Victor dies. And then she goes nuts. Rightly so. And kills Lord Idiot.
Mm-hmm. Valid.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's road trip time. Horse trip. Because we're getting on a horse and we're riding on the horse together.
A little bit of murder, a little bit of two people, one horse. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Penis against a butt. And then...
Okay. Let's make it explicit. I don't know if you know what happens when Poppy and Casteel are on the horse together, but
that's what happens.
Name the private parts.
And then he does the circle thing, which happens in a lot of books, and this was my first experience with it. He has his hand on her leg and just like draws circles, and it's like comforting and nice. Mm-hmm. And it's just a thing that happens if you're on a horse with a man in books.
Yeah, I don't know if the real life men know this, so don't maybe hold any of them to this.
Yeah. But you can let them know.
I like circles.
Yeah. If you could just comfortingly do that, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, oh no, they have to share a horse. Oh no, he has to keep her warm.
Oh no. She's like, yeah, I'm not going to sleep beside you. I'm going to sleep with you. Oh, and okay. What were you going to say? Okay. It says, after all, you're a pure, untainted, and untouched maiden, the chosen, who's saving herself for a royal husband, who, by the way, will not be pure, untainted, or untouched.
True.
Yeah. It's a really great point.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, oh, they obviously have a night where he wins a bet because he puts her to sleep with an orgasm in their little sleeping arrangement. And she's like, I feel like I should thank him. And then he thanks her. He's like, you trusted me last night, so I'm going to thank you.
Oh, that's stupid.
And then the flying rats come and they fight.
Yeah, and Kieran is like, remember what your task is. And I love that part because I'm like,
You're like, hey, Kieran.
Kieran, what are you talking about?
Kieran, what are you doing here?
Right?
Who
and
are
it's
you?
like, it's just enough where you're like, okay, like Kieran, that Kieran comment could be like, whatever.
Is it Kieran
Okay.
or Kieran?
I always had
No,
it.
it's Kieran. It's Kieran, yeah.
Okay.
I started second guessing myself a little bit.
You could dismiss it. We're like, okay, Kieran, yeah, you mean like your task to get Poppy to the castle.
Yeah.
But it also is like a little bit suspicious of like, what are they actually talking about? And so I love the build up, and then we get to this town, and the children are waving, and the
I don't
people.
think they get a lot of visitors. What's happening?
Yeah, and she's like, ah, and you're like, Poppy, no.
The rest of the book,
Yeah.
rereading it, so much secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
So much. The whole time I'm like, no.
Next thing I have is the crazy decision for Hawk/Casteel to have sex.
Yeah.
I don't regret this scene, and yet this is the one, I think, hang up in this book for me.
Where, yeah, I read it, and I, like, even reading it again, and I know what's happening. I'm like, why?
You didn't need to do
You
that.
did not. I feel like I don't even have a problem with everything that happened before. But this, I'm like, you really...
It feels manipulative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't get, but I hear what you're saying about, like, wanting it to be... when
She's not gonna like me if
yes, and it was this, like, pure, beautiful moment for her because of who you were. But no matter what...
there's still like a lack of consent in this moment.
Yeah.
Where she...
And you get... That's such a huge betrayal.
It's a huge betrayal. Not that, like we were just saying with virginity, that it becomes like
It's
an
just
identity. But it's just this... But it also is a big deal in the sense of, like, this is something she hasn't trusted anyone with. And that is also a part of the culture that you were taking her away from, in the sense of, like, it's so monumental in where she is coming from. She's just like,
she could not see her family anymore after, like, this.
How
so many
she
repercussions.
believes and understands what is happening is also important to the situation. And so the fact that he disregarded that is like, Jennifer, I wish this, and I also think if this had been taken away, I think it would have been fine. I don't think we needed this to happen. I didn't need this to happen.
I don't know. I've never thought about it. Because I love it.
I think there could have been enough sexual tension.
Yes. But I love it for the shock factor of it. Because I didn't see it coming. Like, at all. But then I also hate it. Like, and I know I get over it. And it's fine. But yeah, you don't really... Because it is like, I move on and all this other stuff. I feel like the betrayal would have happened. You're right. Okay, I'm talking out loud.
Well,
Because I've
is
never
just,
thought
she's
about it.
Also, like, one of the things he defends her against is this man that has abused her. And she just
And
murdered
lied,
a
and
man.
everyone's
She just murdered a man that abused her. And she is just being dictated to by other men in general. And this idea of her maidenhood being like this, like, it's gonna save the kingdom and it's this big deal and just like this.
Well, and then like at the end he's like, remember this was like real, but I'm like,
it's not real though, because
it's
not
real to you because you understand everything.
Mm-hmm. You're making the choice, but you are not allowing her to make the choice.
Yes.
You're not giving her the information.
When the guard comes to try and explain things to her and she's like, yeah, everything he's saying, she's like, okay, I get, but she's like, but no, I trust Hawk. Like, she has so much trust in him, and I hated that. And then when he does like reveal himself, he's so like mean. He's sarcastic and it's like entertaining and funny. And I get he's trying to like separate himself from it, right? He's like trying to get back into like, I don't care. But right?
Like
her perception of you is you saying, remember this was real. This is like her last moments with you. And then you're like, she's defending herself and you're like, you're so incredibly violent. It still turns me on. You'd be disappointed later if I couldn't use like just their comedic banter that they had that I loved.
It turns into like using this situation with her virginity that she was manipulated out of. That was supposed to be this like monumental moment where she was like taking her power back, and yet was also a moment of not only taking her power back and choosing Hawk and choosing another world that you are like completely not a part of and like you're gonna have to survive in, but it's also like taking this virtue that was you were trying to protect and other people were trying to protect for so long.
Yeah.
And so it's just,
oh my God. And then like he walks in and she's like, Hawk, watch out, to like warn him about Kieran, and like just nothing happens. Or like she's warning him about the werewolf. Mm-hmm. And then realizes she doesn't need to be warned. I'm like, oh my God. And it's embarrassing on top of all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I do actually still think about this. I feel like his just like deceit in this book randomly. I feel like I'll think about it because I hate it. I hate it so much. I was like, that's just like the worst. And even she thinks, like, why did he have to go so far? And she has all those thoughts. And I feel like he gives her an explanation, but still, like, I'm like, that's not reason enough to go that far.
What do you mean?
Like, he's like, he talks about like how he was continuously like drawn to her, like where he's like, I could have taken you so early on, but then obviously he's like falling in love with her and all these things. So he's staying when he doesn't really need to be staying and like getting to know her, all of that. I'm like, okay, like I get all that. And I get that you're doing that and you're giving, these like explanations. And I think he does give her one about like sleeping with her, but that part you didn't.
That part didn't really make sense.
Yeah. Okay, now I agree with you. God damn it. Oh, and then
well, even the like the making sexualized gestures afterwards when she's like so angry at you, it's like
she's so vulnerable.
But now,
at that point.
Now we're like taking a turn where, but it's also might be like a little bit of like a no.
It's still like also just like reading it. It's so shocking and it has stuck with me. Mm-hmm. So like that's like, I guess like, oh, not a win, but like it wasn't something I was expecting as a reader.
Yeah, but then it's like, okay, she stabs him knowing she's going to kill him. That you're like, okay, that gave me the boost to keep going.
That didn't happen.
that made me keep going with this book.
Oh my God, Kate, one more sad
Crazy
part.
Kids.
Right? Oh my God. Kate, before we get to that, just one other thing that's like a sad thing. I just feel like following up on that, I feel like this is such like a big fear I think in general for women, or like just like not being accepted, all these things. But she's like, I'd let him into my room, into my bed, and then into me. He'd whispered that my touch had consumed him and that he'd worshipped my body, my scars. He told me that they made me even more beautiful, and I'd liked him. I'd done more than just like him. Like, just that, like, you let, and at this point she doesn't think he has any feelings for her. But I feel like that's such like a huge fear for anyone, really. People. Mm-hmm. I hate that for you. Like, I hate that. So I'm really happy she stabs him. Mm-hmm. Moral of that story.
Stab him.
Stab him right in the heart. He won't die. It's fine. She learns lots of truths.
Yep.
About her world. A bunch of people try and murder her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She learns about the Wolven, Casteel, which we're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Hawk tells her all about just some of the myths about the Ascended, and like they are not the reason for the craven.
Yeah.
Which is a big shock. And then he's like, well, what about the children? All these, children are being taken, and then we just never see them again. What is that
he's
about?
Branded also.
He's also branded. Like, he's giving.
And it was the queen. Like,
he's giving lots
so
of interesting things, as well as evidence that is just. They're apparently using Atlanteans and used to be Hawk for doing the Ascension, which is essentially making more vampires, and they're not the Atlanteans are not the reason for the cravens.
I feel like I was like, oh, this is like a vampire story very early on, like in the beginning. I think, well, yeah, I would have texted you. I was like, so they're vampires, and you're like, oh yeah, I guess so. I was like, it's like a vampire.
You could have asked me book 3, are they vampires? And I'm like, are they?
Yeah.
For some reason, that fact was just like, whoop, over my head.
I feel like she uses like different names and stuff. I'm like, no, they're just a bunch of vampires, like different kinds of vampires.
I didn't get it.
And then when Kieran like reveals himself and like strips off in front of the guard, and it's like, oh my god, it's a rated R Twilight. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I also appreciate her sarcasm with Jericho, even when she's being like almost murdered. It's great. He's like, it's a party. He winked at me. You're popular. And she said, and I have 2 hands. He doesn't have 2 hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so she stabs him. Mm-hmm. He saves her from the murderous crowd with his blood. And then she stabs him in the heart. And she's like, oh shit. Maybe I didn't want to do that. So she runs. And then he sneaks up on her when his heart heals, and he's like, if you wanted to kill me, you should have aimed for the head, princess. But worse yet, you forgot. I forgot what? That it was real. Then he struck. He bites her, and then they have sex in the woods.
I forgot what?
And then after sex, she's like, I tried to kill you. He pulled me on my feet. I can't really blame you. You don't? No, I lied to you. I betrayed you and played a role in the deaths of people you love. He said, listing the reasons as if it were a shopping list. I'm surprised that was the first time you tried. See? Then he like brings you back a little bit with that. I'm like, okay, at least you know.
Oh my god. You're him. You're the dark one. I prefer the name Casteel or Cass.
Ooh.
If you don't want to call me that, you can call me Prince Casteel Denier, the second son of King Valen Denier, brother of Prince Malik Denier.
It seems like a bit of a long name to call someone.
That's a lot of names, bud.
Yeah.
I'll stick with Cass.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, find out she's not mortal. I'm like, how, Cass? Like, I bit her. Well, he doesn't say that, but, you know. Kieran says, I'm curious, Cass, why must we go home? when will we be going farther away, or when we will be going farther away from where your brother is held? It's the only place we can go, he replied. Did you know that an Atlantean can only marry if both halves are standing in the soil of their land? It's the only way for them to become whole. My lips parted as a hush descended over the entire room. Still reeling from the whole half-Atlantean thing, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. That he was saying that damp dimple appeared in his right cheek and then in his left. Casteel the Prince of Atlantia, smiled fully as he lifted our joined hands and said, "We go home to marry my princess." I totally forgot that's where it stopped. Yeah, I was like, oh, no, that's it? I thought we got a little bit more.
Oh, see, I was the opposite. I was like, this book, I thought for some reason ended when, like, she got there.
Oh.
To, like, this new place. So the idea that it kept going, I was like, oh, no, this book is so long.
Oh, yeah, I thought it went until they left this place.
Oh, no.
No, it did not. So it ended, we're going to go get married. I'm like, what? I need to read the rest. Still mad at you, but...
What happens next? I don't remember. Casting call.
I would like to preface that this was very early on in my readings.
Okay. I'm scared.
So Casteel is Henry Cavill, because that's who I saw at this point in my life. I know. Do I have other people that could? Yes, but no. For me, that's who he is, and that's who he will be. And Poppy's me. So, but I have red hair. Red hair.
That would look so good on you.
Yeah, I did it one time and it looked really natural and it looked really good. Just a natural redhead.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for your contributions to the casting call.
Thank you. And like 5 years younger. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really virginal looking. No.
Okay. My Casteel is some version of Andrew Keegan.
Oh, fun. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that. Andrew Keegan. Oh, Camp Nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I just imagine Casteel as like Hawkeye in school, and just his hair's wavy and like flowing, and he's not like clean cut, but also like really confident. And my Poppy, I don't know if I have a really clear Poppy. I think maybe my Poppy was a little bit, what's her name from Stranger Things with the red hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I can only see myself, so it's really hard.
Yeah. Just a little bit of you.
But I did feel like I went like on a fan casting of who people would want. I'm like, no one does it for me.
Mm-hmm. Just you. You do it for you.
That's who
you're in your own fantasy.
That's right. Mm-hmm. See, like in her, I'm like, nope, she's too young.
No, just you and Andrew Keegan.
Or Henry Cavill. Or both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have red hair.
For sure.
Yeah.
Who's your MVP?
Miss Willa Collins.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Yeah, Miss Willa Collins, because it's a great book. I think it's really helpful and educational. Mm-hmm. Entertaining. Mm-hmm. And I then also just like that it's a little side entertainment and humor. Like when he pulls it out and he brought it on the horse. Another exciting thing that happened on the horse. Mm-hmm. When he pulled the book out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I like that she does just continue to come back up. Pretty sure she makes a cameo at one. She does. Actually, I know that. She's my MVP.
Okay. So my MVP is the other girls, Lauren and Davina, and their efforts to get Hawk's attention.
Oh. Yeah. They tried.
They tried. They dropped their jewels. They pretended to faint. I like a gal that likes attention. You know? Yeah. No shame, no regrets. You just
Where I'm going to try everything.
Everything. And then unfortunately they died, but that was a really fun scene for me, and this is about me.
That's right. Ooh, I have a new one.
Okay.
I forget what her name is, but the woman in the red pearl that sent Poppy up to the bedroom.
You don't know her motivations, so.
Doesn't matter. It gave me one of the best scenes ever. And it brought them together in a certain way. Mm-hmm. Yep, so I will forever be thankful to her.
Okay.
Yep. The lady whose name I do not recall.
And also Tawny.
Yeah, just shout out Tawny.
Tawny.
Yeah.
Good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it. That's all.
We are going to be talking Shadow in the Ember eventually to continue on with this series.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. We also are going to start Fourth Wing, the Empyrean series, by Rebecca Yarros. So if you are not already following us on social media, we are Books and Booze Podcast on Instagram and on YouTube. We are Books and Booze Pod on TikTok. Wherever you are listening to us, please give us a follow, give us 5 stars, give us a comment. Anything in that realm is incredibly helpful. And we love you so much. We will see you very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.